Kristy, what are you doing?
Taking the vag out of Vagabund. I'm removing the letters so that we can put Tuuli on here. The boat was previously named Vagabund, which is the German word for vagabond, and yeah, it's just such a popular boat name. Unfortunately, the previous owners kind of painted over them a bit, as you can see, so it's not such a straightforward process. Just hanging out, removing some lettering, which is painted over. Apparently there was some sort of rust or something here, and they just decided to paint over it and then paint the lettering on. Probably not the best way to handle this situation, but at least I don't have to remove it while hanging upside down. I can sit upright.
Kristy's hanging around there. So what's that?
This is Otter.
And what's Otter?
Otter is an inflatable boat of some sort that we borrowed from our friend, and we used to use it to go rowing on the lakes around here. It's full of sand, and we're going to use it today to reach the side of the boat without swimming, hopefully.
So let's recap what we did this weekend. So far, Kristy has taken off the covers on the sides of the cockpit because they looked ugly, were molding and whatever. Then Kristy sanded the front of the boat where the boat lettering was and also repainted it. And currently Kristy is preparing us some food, which is awesome. Looking forward to that. We de-winterized the engine, but somehow no cooling water is exiting the exhaust hose on the back of the boat. So I'm going to check if the impeller is in working order, which I wanted to do anyway, even if there were no problems. And then I'm going to let the engine run for a bit longer without being scared that anything will explode. And I partially already set up the Wi-Fi on the boat, but I'm missing a electronic converter from 12 volts to 5 volts. So I'm going to get on top of this in the next week. And so far I have also sanded the back of the boat where the lettering was, and we detected that there's a rust spot, so we're going to take care of this now. Treat the rust, prime the surface, and then put the top coat on. Yeah, maybe even tonight. It's 6 o'clock or something. It's getting a bit dark here, but it's still manageable. And It would also be awesome if we could put up some pilot lines in the mooring with a fender on the front, so that you can't bump into the pier or anything if you come in with more speed than you would usually if you need for maneuvering in heavy winds and stuff. Yes, so we'll get back to you later. Just attached this pilot line thing here at the end of our pier, and I'm going to run this to the front and attach a fender to it, and the fender will sit in front of at our bow to protect us from going against the pier, and it also guides the boat into the right spot in the mooring then. So this holds pretty well. I'm going to go to the front of the boat now. Kristy made us some awesome dinner. What was that?
It was whatever's at the store that looks delicious.
Sun-dried tomatoes, noodles.
Yeah, and some bird's nest noodles, sun-dried tomatoes, some fresh corn, and snap peas with celery greens and Cajun seasoning.
Pretty good stuff.
It was pretty nice.
So...
And Jupiler.
Jupiler. Belgian beer. Right?
Yes.
So we're on Peter's dinghy, the Otter. We left Tuuli back there, maybe you can see it. We're here! We crossed the Atlantic.
Difficult forward.
The waves are getting higher. 10 feet. Okay, maybe we can drift home.
I think we probably could.
I think this is the so-called dinghy drift that people are talking about.
Hi.
Hi.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just enjoying my tea that I forgot, so it's kind of iced tea at the moment. That's alright. Oh. I just finished doing the second watered down coat of paint with thinner in it, so I still have to, on this side where the depressions were much deeper because when I pulled off the letters, all of the coats of paint right down to the base coat, the primer, had come up, so there was kind of a deeper depression where the paint was, since there were so many layers of paint that had peeled off. So that one I've done 2 coats after sanding it, and now I'm going to have to actually sand this again, and then I'm going to put on a thicker coat of paint, not thinned out, that's what I mean, a thin coat of thick paint. But I have to wait for it to dry, and it's supposed to rain this evening again, so we'll see how that goes. And this side is almost done. It's looking actually quite nice, so it just needs one regular coat of paint after this, I think, and then we'll be ready for letters, assuming not too many insects die and create giant insect pits in it. Then I have to redo it. And Thomas did the back. What did you do, Thomas?
On the back, I sanded down the old sticker spots of the boat lettering, and I also detected a spot that was rusting. So I used this rust remover, rust sealer paint and painted over the spots. It also functions as a primer for the rust spots. And now I cleaned the whole surface, which is sanded, and I put on some marine primer on there, and the next parts will be green paint. Let me show you. That's how it looks at the moment. That's the grey stuff is the primer. Alright. It was earlier no water came out of the exhaust of the engine. So I checked the water pump, I disassembled it, and the impeller looked perfectly fine. Everything was in good condition. No, I don't know how you say it when rubber corrodes or splinters. Nothing of this was there. So I reassembled the impeller, and then I turned on the engine again, and I think the key is just to wait really long time till water comes out of the exhaust after the winterization, because it takes that much time for the water to cycle through the engine. So I was patient and did check if the engine overheats by applying my bare hand to the metal parts, and it didn't overheat. So, and after putting in some gas, it actually, the engine was working faster and more water was coming out. So let's take a look at that. And there comes the exhaust. It's already pretty clear, not so much antifreeze in there, but I'm just going to catch it anyway. Now there's still enough antifreeze. This is lunch. Great lunch.
The great Dutch lunch. Would you like to describe to the foreigners what you're eating?
This is a sausage thing with ketchup and mayonnaise and onions. It's called Frikandel Special.
And the great foreign food, which is fries with chili sauce.
Oh yes.
And we're sharing a Sprite. Very healthy. This is like a combination of sambal and plum sauce. It's very interesting.
So Kristy is painting over the primer, the first coat.
Yeah. It's all gotten one coat so far. Make it a bit thicker.
So that's the line thing that we meant. The lines come from there and go to the ends, and they protect the boat from crashing against the pier. So I just have to tighten these lines now. It's really warm in the sun, and then it should be pretty protected. What's that for a banana?
This is our Eno hammock. It's supposed to be safe.
You can try it, you won't fall deep.
It's just that it's so thin. It's so difficult to imagine it being trustworthy. It's not bad. We just like the other way. Oh, good night.
So we're cleaning everything up now. It's really quiet in the harbor, and the next thing to clean up will be the otter. That thing. Alright, let's see. Finished. Okay. Batteries are about to die. See you next time.